Welcome back to the Fallen Fiction. Let me tell you, it has been an interesting couple of weeks. I kind of crashed out a couple of times by myself, not on anyone, but I crashed out a couple of times, went through a lot for some reason, did some stuff for some reason, crashed out over people. And then now, what I've gathered from all the information that I have since then felt and all the emotions I've felt since then, I have realized that I need stabilization, I need affirmation, and I need mental stability. So let's talk about it. So I am a very, very, very emotional person in general. You know what I mean? I've always been emotional. I've always been like the type of person who wants to feel everything out. But recently, that has not been the case. Like recently, I just don't want to feel right now. I just want to kind of vibe out, live life, and have fun. You know what I mean? I don't want anything to be serious. But it's kind of hard to do that when you're kind of feeling a lot and you don't know why. And so, like last week, I crashed out on a podcast episode that has not been released and will not be released, but I started crashing out over people and how people treat me and how that kind of affected me really badly growing up until now. And so now I am in this predicament where I have opened a gateway of emotions that I did not know I still had. So the responsible thing to do was to book a therapy appointment, which I have not done. But I will tell you why I need to be affirmative and allow myself to express my emotions and think positively, because my human nature, not my human nature, but my nature now has been to be a pessimistic human being. I have not been this pessimistic in a while, you know. Like I had an era where I was so happy and like I'd say happy things and I'd feel amazing, and now I'm in like the opposite end of it, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing more things, I'm not giving up a flying, I'm not caring about what anyone thinks, I'm not doing any of it. But at the same time, there's a lot of underlining emotions that keep popping out of nowhere. And I do not like it. I need it to go away now because I don't like being mentally stable. I don't like not being crash out. But I don't like being emotional, but I don't like being like this very sensitive person that will start feeling crazy and start victimizing themselves. I don't like that. I don't like that part of me, because even though I've gone through so much, I shouldn't let it be my whole story. You know what I mean? Like I shouldn't let myself indulge in it. And you know what I did? I let myself indulge in it. I did. Every PTSD, every trauma I've gone through, every thought I've ever thought, every emotion I've ever felt that has made me go crazy, I have allowed myself to open that door, and it's been a nice couple of 3 days. Like the last couple of 3 days have been really fun, to say the least. It hasn't. Like I actually think I need to stop. Like I don't know what to do now, because my life was going really good for a month. Just a month, and now I kind of reverted back into old ways, into old habits, and all this because I was feeling sad. So now I'm starting to realize, okay, what's the problem here? Because I don't do therapy, and I stopped journaling, and I don't say any affirmations. So then I was like, okay, I need to do 3 of these things. So I'm trying to book a therapy appointment, which I don't know if it will work out or not. I'm starting to journal again, and I'm about to start writing affirmations. And I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start with any of these, and I don't know how to not hate myself. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to do that, but I do know how to stop myself from thinking about this stuff. And you can too. And I'll tell you why. By distracting yourself, which is honestly not a good thing, because you shouldn't be avoidant. But sometimes when you're being really mean to yourself, you have to be avoidant so you can give yourself the chance to just feel everything out before you start hating yourself because you're doing something, or you're just like hating yourself. You know what I mean? So there's a point of clarity you need, but you won't be able to get it until you stop beating yourself up about it. You know what I mean? And so that's what I've been trying to do. I've been busy. I've been working a lot on my like little projects. I've been traveling. I've been taking road trips, and it's been a whirlwind, to say the least. I have loved a lot of it. Like I recently went on a trip to the beach, which was kind of healing, but also not, because while I was there, I was feeling really weird. Like I felt like a bunch of emotions had been flooding within me. Like I've been bombarded with all these emotions and thoughts that I hadn't felt in a while, and I was like, why am I getting this now? And then like I kind of allowed those emotions to consume me for the week that came afterwards. And now I'm sitting in the after effect of it all. I'm sitting here talking about it, and I'm like, what the hell did I just do? Like, why did I start going crazy? Why am I starting to be really emotional? Why am I starting to hate everyone now? And it's just kind of a weird thing, because I haven't done that in a while, and I don't plan on doing it again. I have fought to the nail to be stable, and it's still not happening. But I am more prone to being depressed now. I don't know why. Like I'm very easily affected. Like I am able to be depressed in 0.1 seconds. Because look, I was clinically, what is it called? Clinically diagnosed, but it's been a while. You know what I mean? Like, so I thought I was like done. But then I'm kind of realizing that I kind of sometimes like it. Like I like the sorrow. I like the hurt. I like the pain. I like the sitting in like self-loathing. Like you know what I mean? Like I just like it. I like the toxicity of it all, which is not a good thing. But I don't know why. I like it. Like I don't know. I think it makes my life more normal to me because this is the type of normal I've dealt with. So when life is going good, I'm like, time to mess it up because I can't allow myself to have this nice time right now because I need to mess it up somehow. And that's what I've been doing. I thought I was done with self-sabotaging. I thought I was done with like doing all this stuff to make myself hate myself again. And I'm like, now I'm doing it again. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? So here is a couple of things that I've realized. There are a lot of emotions that I'm really push away because I do not want to think about it. I do not want to process it. I don't want to do any of it. Like whether that's me being sad or me being angry or me just being confused towards people, I'm like, oh, okay, I need to find a way to like push all of it away. So I've been doing that. And then like there's another way, there's a part of me when I start being creative, I'm like, okay, like I'm being fun and creative now and that let me ruin my life because I can't be creative all the time. I have to ruin something because this is not normal. So I did that. And now I'm just like, after that, I'm like, oh, I'm creatively burnt out, but like I'm not even burnt out. I'm just saying that because I feel like if I do this, I'm not gonna expect any disappointment. You know what I mean? And now saying that out loud, I'm realizing that I think I do want myself to win in life, but I also want myself to stay sane. You know what I mean? And so me ruining everything or me like sabotaging is a way for myself to protect myself. You know what I mean? But it's also really damaging because I'm starting to realize the patterns. You know, and I'm starting to realize how certain things like might trigger me or how certain things are affecting me. And so it's just been interesting. Like the other week when I went out with my friends, I just literally sat there that I was like, huh? I was like, huh? Like, what are you saying, bro? Like, what are you saying, bro? And like, I just sat there and for like a slightest second, like one word was said and I started getting really triggered. And then my whole week was messed up and now I'm starting to realize why I started to feel this way because I did process it kind of but I kind of pushed it aside and now I'm starting to realize why this really affected me. Don't worry, I'm starting to realize that some people I can't actually have around in my life because I don't really feel good around, but that's a different conversation. And so with me realizing that certain things still trigger me even though I did therapy for like 8 months and like it still didn't go away, I was like, oh, I need to do therapy again. Yay. I sat on like the person's phone, like the therapy clinic's phone number for like an hour, and I was like, I need to do it. Like I need to book an appointment, and I just sat there like I was like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to open the book of worms. Like I don't want to open that book. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like I really don't want to go through all of this. I don't want to process all of this. You know what I mean? And so I didn't. I didn't. And now I kind of wish I did. You know, and that's why I kind of think I can't raw dog life anymore. Like I kind of can't and I don't think I will ever because I need help. I need external help. Like I am the type of person that will never go and ask someone for help emotionally, mentally. I'm never going to be that type of person. I've never gone to my friend and been like, I need help right now. I've never done that. And I don't think I will ever do that. I've never done that with a family member. I've never done that with anything. And the only person I've ever been able to open up to properly was a therapist. Because I know if they ever talk about anything I've said, I can probably sue them for everything they have. So that thought really comforts me for some reason because I know they're legally bound. Even though that doesn't really mean anything, it's still a way for me to control my things because I'm starting to realize that I don't like certain things or like I don't like not being in control of my own autonomy, you know what I mean? And so when I'm not in control of my own feelings or emotions, which you can't control it all the time, you know what I mean? So when that does happen, I'm like, ugh, bro, like I need some help. I need some help right now because what am I doing? What am I doing, you know? And so that's just been kind of the way I've been moving around life. I think I need help. Actually, no. I think I want to dig deeper into my like self because as you grow older, you start to realize a lot of things about yourself and you start to want to be better and start to want to grow as a person. So when I do kind of get triggered and I get really affected by something that I didn't think I would still be triggered by, it kind of puts me in a frenzy because I'm just like, what am I supposed to do now? And then I start going crazy and spiraling. And it's been going like it's been really weird because 2 weeks ago I was uploading a video and I started really heavily criticizing myself. Like I don't usually criticize myself while I'm like talking and like normally, you know what I mean? I don't do it unless like I'm overthinking. But when I film something and then I edit it and then I'm like looking at myself, I'm like, oh, like what are you saying? Like this doesn't even make any sense. Like why are you talking like this? Why are you so weird? Why are you blah blah blah? And I start being really mean to myself for no reason. And then I start to criticize myself and then I start to put myself in this box where I start to stop myself because I can't let myself do anything. Like I have like a perfect, like I have like an image for myself, you know what I mean? I have an image that I want to follow and I'm not letting myself follow because I keep getting out of that image. And that image has been so perfectly curated that whenever I do like lean away from the image that I have curated or people have curated for me, I start to be really mean to myself. And so I'm starting to realize I kind of have a perfectionism problem or like a standard problem for myself. So I don't know. It's really fun to grow up. Like, really fun. You know, I was onto something when I was a kid when I was saying I didn't want to grow up because I have never wanted to grow up. Like I recently have been realizing that I have been really holding on to my inner child or like things that I liked as a child because I feel like it was taken away from me way too quickly. And plus, I usually like paint anything childish. You know what I mean? Like recently, I was painting and this paint, what is it called? This art piece was just like me, like a person and just like little imaginary characters. And every time I paint, I just paint imaginary little characters like that could be in a cartoon. And now I'm like, maybe I should do a cartoon. So if anyone wants to sign up, like if anyone wants to like talk, we can talk. But yeah, so that's been happening, and it's been such a fun time. Okay, it's not been that fun, but you know what's not been helping too? That Olivia Rodrigo released an album. Like honestly, like bro needed to not release the album because now I am in this like really depressed state. Well, I'm actually not in a depressed state, but like I get into depressive states because of her music. Like my favorite song on there is like "What's Wrong with Me," and I think about that all the time. But I also think because that's my favorite song, I'm starting to realize that I like to blame myself for everything. Like I like to blame myself when someone does something to me, or I like to do any of this. But I might not talk about it out loud, but internally I do feel it. And I think I kind of also manifested it because I always wear this shirt that says I'm the problem and I'm not wearing it anymore. I am not wearing a shirt that says I'm the problem anymore because I am not the problem. I literally am not. Sometimes I am, like obviously, sometimes I like hurt people and I'm like, I am the problem, but I'm talking about within myself. Like I'm not the problem where certain things have happened to me. Like it's not my fault. You know what I mean? Like it's not my fault that certain things happen to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm kind of rambling here, but my reasoning for writing affirmations has been seeing Michael Jackson, the film, because he had like affirmations all over his mirror. And I also saw Larry's video. He had like affirmations, and I've been seeing people on TikTok talk about it, and Vanilla Mace was talking about it. And I'm like, I actually need to start doing it because I have always tried to like write affirmations, and then I do it, and then I'm like, what the hell am I doing? You know what I mean? But like, I know you have to practice until you believe it. So I'm going to start doing that. I'll tell you how it goes because I'm not really sure how it's going to go. I don't really have anything written down for the type of affirmation I want to write because I don't know what I need and I don't know what it is that I feel like writing, you know? But it's been an interesting couple of days. I have been feeling this really new wave of emotions and wave of creativity that hasn't happened for a while, but I'm also kind of in this weird mood where I kind of miss the winter time. I know I'm kind of like toxic right now. But I do I like I love summer. I love summer vacation so much. Like I love the 3 months I get off. I love the beach. I love the sun. I love all of it. You know what I mean? But I also find like this weird deep comfort within the winter time, within like the coldness of the air and like all that thing. Like I don't know why, but I always feel so good during the winter. I actually do not. Yeah, I feel so good because I'm not really as critical of myself in the winter as I am in the summer. And I think that's because of the weather. Like the weather really affects my mood. Like when I'm really hot, I start getting really cranky and really moody, and like I'm like, ugh, I start getting really mean. You know what I mean? And so when it is like the winter, I don't feel that type of way. I feel happier, more free. Even though a lot of people get more depressed in the winter, which I do understand because sometimes I do get more depressed. But like it comes and goes. Like it depends on the weekend. It depends what I'm doing, and it depends how I feel. You know. But that's like something that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. But in the winter, I don't think I really self-sabotage in the winter. I mostly do it in the summer. Summertime is like the time I like, lock in, but it's also the time where I start to be really mean and really overwhelmed and really like ugh, like I just want to kill everyone. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I honestly do not know why I feel this way during the winter time. Like I think it's a On it, no, not the winter time. I don't know where this self-sabotaging behavior came from, but even though like I've gone back into like old ways somehow, but like not at the same time. Like I'm far from I'm realizing it and I've done it, and now I'm retweaking it. You know, like I'm like fixing it a bit, and like and like doing all this type of things so I can just continue on with growing. You know what I mean? But I'm also starting to realize where these little things in my life, like little small interactions or little small things people say or do or whatever that have made me this way. I have realized a lot. I've realized a lot of why, and I've realized a lot of where my issues have come from. And ladies and gentlemen, can we please guess where they came from? Can we please guess? Drrrr. You're right. It's childhood. I don't know why. Childhood is probably like the most amount of time you get traumatized, but I don't know why it is that time. And I don't, also teenagehood, but like I also think childhood is like why you start acting the way you are, why you start functioning the way you are. You know what I mean? And I don't know why it's so easily. I think actually I do know why we were so easily affected, because when we're children, we don't really know who we are. So we just take on people's thoughts, ideas of ourselves and make them our own. And then we start hating ourselves for forever and ever and ever. And it's kind of a fun time. It's a fun time, you know? Honestly, my new phrase in life, whenever I start to feel like I'm about to crash out, is "give me 10." Because Melanie was onto something. I'm starting to let myself, like I'm starting to give myself 10 when I'm about to start crashing out. Because, or not crash out, like go into panic, or like start, like, what is it called? Not crashing out, crying, a mental breakdown. Like when I'm about to have a mental breakdown, I'm like, okay, 10 minutes, just like 10 minutes. Look at the sky, look at the sea, look at something. Oh, okay, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm grateful. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm like, I'm going to be okay. Like I'm going to be okay. Like everything's gonna be fine. Like it's okay to feel this way, but like you're gonna be fine. Be grateful. Like blah blah blah. And this is how I've been feeling, and it's just really interesting to see how certain things correlate with each other. Like how I am able to now calm myself down before I start to spiral. Because before I start to spiral and I start to go crazy, and now I don't. For some reason, I don't know what I did. I think I've just been paying attention to what some things work for others, and I'm trying to apply them into my life and seeing if it works or not. And it did. Because I usually crash out in the car. Don't ask me why, but when I'm alone in the car driving and like I'm listening to sad music, I start to like really, really feel everything out and start to think, and like maybe, but like it's also not safe because sometimes I'll drive, and because of how much I'm crying, I like almost hit the curb because I'm not paying attention. So it's kind of dangerous, but it's been the only way I've been able to function, you know, which has been cool, I guess. You know, I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't know why I have just done that, but I also think it's fine. I also think it's fine. Okay, so now let's talk about the affirmations I'm going to be writing. Grab your phone. If you're not driving, grab your phone and let's write some affirmations. Then we're going to write them on a sticky note and glue them to our page. Okay, affirmations. Okay, I am perfect just the way I am. I am abundant. Money flows through me. I don't crave validation from others. I am enough. I am loved. I am successful. I don't know. I honestly don't know what affirmations to be rewriting because I don't know. I need to like find some. I don't know. 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 Honestly, I will say this: being delusional will help you achieve everything in life, but also being delusional without doubt, because doubt kind of cancels it out. You know what I mean? And I've been having a lot of doubt, so it's been canceling it out. But we thrive. We slide. We sliving. Isn't that what Paris Hilton says? Living, sliving. I think that's gonna be it for the podcast today because I know it's really short. And I know it's a very, very, very short episode, and I'm really, really sorry. Really sorry that it's really short. It will be longer, promise. It will be longer next time, I hope. I'll have a more interesting topic. I will make a part two to this episode because we need to circle back after the affirmations. So write down your affirmations. If you have any affirmations you want to share, share them. If you don't, it's fine. Write them down, say them every single day, and we'll circle back in a month. We'll circle back in a month. Yeah. I love you so much, and I'm so happy I got to hang out with you today. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.